1. President Trump, dissatisfied with the July jobs report, dismissed the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, claiming the figures were fabricated. However, Federal Reserve officials viewed the data as strong evidence of an economic slowdown, supporting Trump's push for interest rate cuts. 2. The U.S. Treasury said Tuesday that the July budget deficit rose nearly 20% year-on-year to $291 billion, while Trump's tariffs brought in over $21 billion in additional customs revenue. Spending growth still outpaced income. 3. The White House said Tuesday that Trump is considering suing Fed Chair Jerome Powell over renovation plans for the Federal Reserve's Washington headquarters, Trump's latest move to pressure Powell into cutting interest rates. 4. Kim Keon-hee has become the only former First Lady in South Korea to be arrested, now detained alongside her husband, former President Yoon Suk-yeol, marking the first such occurrence in the country's history. Yoon was impeached and removed from office in April after a failed attempt to impose martial law in December last year, and is currently on trial. 5. The Kremlin said Tuesday that Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke by phone with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to brief him on plans to meet Trump in Alaska later this week. 6. Following the extension of the U.S.-China tariff truce, U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent said American and Chinese trade officials will meet again in the next 2 to 3 months to discuss bilateral economic relations. 7. The White House noted that the upcoming U.S.-Russia meeting in Alaska on Friday will be a listening session, aiming to downplay public expectations for a Russia-Ukraine ceasefire deal. A spokesperson said only one side of the war will be present, making it an opportunity for Trump to gain a clearer, deeper understanding of how the war might be ended. 8. Treasury Secretary Bessent also said that large trade agreements with countries such as Switzerland and India are still in progress, but India has been somewhat stubborn in its negotiations with the U.S. The goal is to complete the trade talks by the end of October.